Today I'm going to talk to you about opportunities in e-learning, and I'm going to talk about some specific points. And first I'm going to tell you where I got a lot of these points from. Some of you might be familiar with this particular book, Michael Allen's eLearning, Building Interactive, Fun, and Effective Learning Programs for Any Company. And I'm not doing a book review here. What I wanted to do is bring up this one because it's a staple for a lot of companies. They have this on their bookshelves. And I'm bringing it up is because when this was published back in 2003, at least for this edition, Michael Allen tried to bring up a couple of points about some misconceptions about e-learning, and more so than ever now are these misconceptions even, I mean, they're still prevalent, but they can be even more easily addressed. So let me get into that. So he talks about something like, is e-learning boring? And you can make anything boring. You can make any learning boring. So you can go to a presentation where the person is presenting to 300 people and you could be bored. And the reason is because that particular learning experience is not tailored to the needs of the learner. So you haven't assessed your audiences, as the maybe facilitator or speaker hasn't, and they haven't figured out what would engage people, what is the relevant information. So e-learning is not boring. It's only boring if you don't address it from the right angle, and if you're not doing the kind of learning assessment or needs assessment that needs to be done in order to make it engaging. So it doesn't matter, the medium is irrelevant, it's about the message, right? Iterative. A lot of people think that once they've settled in to, it's a project, you start off, you make all your goals up at the very beginning, and at the end you have a product, and hopefully at the very beginning of that project you thought of all the right things to say and the right things to do, and the end product is what you're stuck with. Things don't work like that anymore. In the type of project management and the kinds of technologies that are available right now, and how quick and easy it is to implement changes when you have the skills, you can change your mind. You can see what works and what doesn't, test it out, and then the end product actually has gone through several courses of review and iteration. So what you are presented with and what you've in essence paid for is something that you're really pleased with. Rapid as well. I mean, you could still take 2 years to develop a project, that's anything, but with the ability to make it iterative, and your implementation is so much faster because you want to get it out to the user as quick as possible. So it is rapid, and there's so many opportunities now to collaborate with different kinds of professionals that you're no longer building things from scratch. You are actually using the best practices and the best methods to integrate all of them into the way that you want to present your content and the way you want to engage your learners. So there's a lot of opportunities out there to use all the knowledge that we already have amassed since 2003 to get things to your learners that are fantastic. And you're no longer doing some sort of pilot, you know what works, and that's the best thing. So I don't think I even have to explain ROI, because once, if your learners walk away and you've affected change in their behavior some way, or they've had the aha moment, it pays for itself, and that's what you accomplish to do, and you set that out really in your learning goals. And the last point I wanted to touch on is the who can benefit. I'm thinking the learning modules are specifically designed, they can be specifically designed, but they're very important in gathering that expert knowledge that a company has. And I think in small business it's even more crucial, because when you have a company of 4 people, and one of them needs to go off and job shadow with a new employee for a day, you've lost 25% of your company to that. So if you can somehow take that expert knowledge that would be regurgitated in essence to every single person and put it in a asynchronous type of container where that person can still go through the experience, get the knowledge that all 4 of your employees have, put it together into a really powerful module. I mean, now you set them off, they do this interactive type of activity where they get to make the decisions, they've asked all these questions. Now when they come to you, they've been almost, they've been initiated already, and now they can really start asking the relevant questions because they have all this meat, right? So, and this one point I just wanted to touch on here. In project management, it's been mostly said like projects can be either really good quality, they can be cheap or affordable, or fast, and you can't have all three of these. It's either you have quality and fast and it takes forever or something like that. So you can only have two variables at a time. Now you can have quality, affordable, and fast, and it's not unrealistic, and things can get going really quickly, and very quickly you can have a quality learning product where you see the results and can be very adaptive to the way you structure and you roll out your learning. So I hope this was helpful, and if you have any comments, please comment on the blog. If you have any ideas or personal experience you'd like to share, that would be welcome. Also visit us at eLearner Engaged for more blog entries and more resources related to this kind of content. I hope to see you next time.